You want to ask Tavish first? Oh, he'll be around.
Okay, you can tell me.
Because we have a little porch in our house that we've been there for 30 years, so Tavish can give you his experiences on that. And it's not my favorite porch, but I love it.
Porch.
It's beautiful, but it's
the cement floor.
It's cement porch.
It's not just cement. It's like eroding, like
and we add rocks to it. Anyway, I'll let him. There's some fond memories on that porch as well.
That gets caught in all the cracks.
Can you send me a picture of it?
We can, yes, I will do
So
that.
we're on the way back from North Bennington Annual Art Show, which Tavis has shown your piece. What was it called? Retrieval? World Retrieval?
New World Retrieval.
New World Retrieval. And there's a rabbit. We're in rural Vermont.
He's little.
Quick, quick. And we're driving, and because Karen is back off up into the Adirondacks, which are very close, so I'm told, to the boondocks. The mythical boondocks in this amazing landscape, actually. And we're having a conversation about porches, which we kind of started yesterday, didn't we?
A little. I gave you some bits and pieces that I probably should expound on those, because being in my 50s now, these are all memories, of course, and sometimes I wonder if I don't build on those memories, but they were wonderful times. And I grew up in a little town called Hampstead, Maryland, which is very English, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hampstead, and it was on a main street of a one street town, one horse town, and our house was very old, probably, well, the town itself was from the 1700s, and the two houses that I grew up in were side by side, and the second one, which I'll tell about the porch there, was much older. It was one of the first buildings in town and began as a general store. So there was always an overhanging portion, which I assume, I don't know that they called that a porch, but they had the railings to tie up the horses and everything right there, you know, and to come to the general store. And the road that went through town was dirt, of course. So we do have a picture of that old house and general store, and that had the same porch that is there now, which the town has built the sidewalk going right through. So now it's the sidewalk under the porch ceiling. As I say, I don't know that they called it a porch, but it's all covered like that.
Right.
And that makes it kind of different and special. But the house next door was built later, and of course still in the time of porches, and it's a large wraparound porch. So it's a big brick house, and the porch was built around, and the railing, it's not really a rail, it's actually a half wall with a large, I'm not good at my architecture terms, but the top portion of the wall was wide enough for playing on or always sitting on, especially to watch parades. That was the best part.
Fantastic.
The parade came through town, of course. But the porch, from the time we were small, we had little pedal type riding vehicles, or probably tricycles, but I remember our little steel pedal car that you sat in and pushed the pedals, and we'd ride that back and forth around the porch. I think that was fun. And we always had a swing, actually we later had the type that hangs from the ceiling, but first it was a settee type swing, and that was porch fixture, and you sat there, and in the evenings there were boyfriends of my older sisters that would come courting.
Oh yeah, we were courting. Yes, yes. We were talking about that.
But there were always little brothers and sisters running around to chaperone or join in to the evening
Yeah, because
festivities.
we were talking about how many people might have been proposed to on the porch.
Right.
Porch proposals.
Right. I'm sure my oldest sister is still married to her high school and probably knew him as a child sweetheart. And I'm sure that it had to have happened there. They actually ended up living in that house afterwards too, after growing up in it, and then they came back to live, and their children grew up on that porch too.
Oh, fantastic.
So it's been a generational porch.
Yeah, I totally remember those porches. And, around the same time, because they're my cousins,
Aye.
And the biggest thing I remember on that house, the wooden house porch, and the old house, there was a big cement patio on back. Both those porches, we would have big crab bakes on them.
Crab bakes?
Yeah.
What's a crab bake?
Well, when you live in Maryland, it's the crabs are the seafood of the region, Chesapeake Bay, and the hard shell and soft shell crabs. But you get a bushel of crabs and lay out the table and big just newspaper all over the top with mounds of crabs, and then everyone would sit around and eat crabs and salads and such. But yeah, it was all on the porches. So
I won't be able to get. I'm going to stop. Hold on.